Caboose, no armor, but he does have the paranoia. So Envy, they sacrifice utility for firepower, but already shot up. Doesn't matter what he's got. A ghost is all he needs, and Crashies is the first blood.
One of the best players in this tournament thus far. Shot up, still looking for more. Of course he is, but has 2 people on the peak. How does he survive there? And he's still going for more. One hidden around the corner, and jcstani more or less stealing away the kill from FNS. Mummay trying to get a little bit tricky with it, but now it's just Caboose in a 1v5.
And you saw how Food Control in this mid position can hold on to these rotations, and he's going to hold on to them all sure as hell. Food with 3 in the round. Already the revive charged up. Immortals, they've got nowhere to go. It's just chemicals, and he's got to save. Nothing you can really do. But again, Food playing a huge part of this round. Slow warp to prevent anyone to swing out mail. Again, Envy, they put an emphasis towards mid. They understand this map. They control these rotations, and they can go back and forth between the sites fluidly whenever they need, whenever they want to. And Immortals got caught completely off guard with that 3-player ace. They're taking things slow here, Envy. Again, understanding that this is no slouch of a team. Immortals, they don't have much to play with here in Envy. They completely have this site, but 2 players flanking quick into heaven. Crashies, he does have a Vandal. He's got the firepower, and he's going to catch one off guard the second. Chemicals wanted the gun. Crashies was completely aware. There's those Seekers charged up in FNS. We're going to maybe add another tally to the ultimate.
Indeed he will. Takes down Nature in mid. Crashies already had Seekers.
Forced out of the site, but Immortals, here they come.
Here we go, and not only that, but a lockdown to make things really chaotic. These players from Envy, they got a back on now, but even then, they're still holding down the site. That's massive for Crashies. Catching up 2, foot on the front lines. It doesn't even matter. Chemicals and jcstani still catching up frags. Everyone left away, and just like that, Envy, instead of just backing out of sight, they see the lockdown, and I mean, they don't see anything at that point. Really just pull all of their eggs into one basket and just see if they could just try their luck. But Envy, they choose the right side. They get the information needed, and it's all going to be over towards that B site where the rotation comes in actually strong. Chemicals gets himself too with a little bit of a late nade.
This is winnable.
Finesse takes him back though, and absolutely it is. Genghsta now has a Vandal.
And a revive.
Revive and half armor. This is huge for Genghsta. He's gonna try this one out. In we go, 2v2. It's as even as you can get, but Mummay now down to 12 HP, has the Blade Storm, but can't hit any of it. Still FNS in an off angle, not gonna get paranoid, but instead, he's gonna go away, but Mummay with a shot onto Genghsta. Now it's a 1v2. jcstani, he's gone big before, but he has to go even stronger with nothing but a stinger. It's low HP on these last 2 players though. They're not even peeking for the right side. They're playing ring around the rosy, and they win the battle. Out if they even touch this B position. But Envy, they still got to hold on back and waiting for the Immortals players to really show any pixels. And indeed they do. Chemicals tiptoes the line in between safety and absolute death, because now Envy, they're still hounding that heaven area. But here we go. Sully, it's exactly what you mentioned. That stack early round is going nuts for them. jcstani in a great position, gonna be able to trade back 2 kills for this team. And now Envy, restricted down to 2, is depending on none other than Crashies to make his entry. Shot up is there with a trade. You said trade heavy, and here we go. 1v2 for Food.
Yeah, Food does have a revive, and you talked about how good he's in these clutches. Well, he can maybe get a kill and get a revive, but 10 seconds left. It's going to be a little bit impossible.
Full rotates, and they expect that this Envy team has at least gotten themselves control of this site, and indeed
Chemicals.
they've got it. Yeah, that's going to be the first signal of it. Crashies all the way back in their spawn. They're watching up the cross, and he's actually successful. A little bit of a cheeky shoulder peek, and not only that, but FNS could still probably get the kill. Good adjustment and good rotation, but even then, Chemicals with an absolute Kobe going to be able to get yet another one and make it a 4th. They're really adventuring at this point in terms of what would be singular player up towards that mid side, but wow, okay. The boom body places it right on top of the wall. It's like he's playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater at this point. Gets a couple of points off of at least a quick grind, and there you go. Quick trick shot, and now we have shot up now with a couple of shots back. And the double dismiss for more information. That is massive. Envy now down to a singular player. jcstani here for the cleanup. And no, you're absolutely right. Shot up loves to play around with those dismisses.
So Envy, how do you play against an operator that just can't seem to miss only for a few shots while you get aggressive? Mummay already straight up into heaven. He's got this control. And he's going to be looking to hold on to it now as well. Wall goes up to prevent chemicals. And Mummay, he's going to keep on pushing. He's got the info. No need to reaggress, but chemicals. He finds 2 before going down. And Envy, they disperse. 3 players left for both sides. And Immortals, 1 play is all that they needed to get back into this one.
Surely so, but nature, there you go. I was about to say nature needs this one onto Caboose as the second contact isn't there to trade him out. Immortals, they turn this from a huge disadvantage to actually an advantage in their favor. Now genghsta, he could be able to sweep up yet another kill from behind. Crashies now in a 1v3, and nature is there for the trade back. They're still aiming down the B sites. We usually see a very heavy pick, but instead it's only going to be jcstani holding it down. He's gonna be able to get one trade back for Caboose. Still one on site. It's chemicals with a tight angle, and he gets another one back. Still more to pay attention to. That's a slick blast pack, but still not gonna be able to find anything more. Shut up with a big frag. Now it's a 1v3 for food. He's not even gonna go for the plant. Still wants a couple more frags to really make this one worth it. But with the wall going down, shut up just around the corner. So much pressure. Food's gonna go down to genghsta. Immortals, massive hold from only 2 players. As Envy on the attacking side, only able to get 5 rounds. Get to it, at least in the hands of Immortals. So instead now Envy. 4 players already fast on the rotation back, and FNS on the front line still holding things back. Huge for Mummay, actually. Popping up from the heaven area, snagging one back, but there's still a whole lot more work to do. Yes, Immortals, they have control of sight, but Envy, I was about to say, they're starting to hound a little bit, but the ram side's a little bit loose. But with the turret up and nature still here to help, well, Immortals now has a huge chance. So much oppression in that ramp area just from 1 player, and he's just snagged away so much time. Time-wasting strats, still crunching it off. Shot up with the first contact with a little bit of damage. Genghsta needs another one here to really make things count. But now shot up in a 1v2. Could potentially get a heal just from 1 singular frag. It's actually a fake. Not going to be able to get one, though. Tight angle again. Still playing ring around the rosy, around the... at least around the spike. But crashies gets it back. And with a spike finally being defused in a smoke up in a really inconspicuous area.
Still has a paranoia. But paranoias, they go both ways. jcstani affected, and Caboose, he plays around this box. This is massive from Caboose.
No way.
In the smoke now, he's gotta wait. There's 1. Down goes nature. Spin back for 2. And Caboose finds 3. That's what you want when you're on the backside. And he's put Envy in a 2v2 as chemicals comes big. They've got the advantage, Immortals.
I mean, Immortals somehow does one better. Massive from chemicals with a 3k, but now it's FNS. Now in a 1v3. Oh, the revival from genghsta. Okay, things got a little bit trickier. I was about to say the 1v2, very much possible, but 1v3, fresh HP, and power on site, coverage of heaven. They're getting all that information. And speaking of info, FNS, he hears one over in heaven, but with an alarm button in front, and genghsta watching the cross. Very plentiful for him. It just looks so goofy. Food on top of his own wall, essentially just vibing. They do more or less speak him out. The boom bot doesn't catch anything, but again, a tricky position. It was almost literally a one and done, but he could have just tried his luck, and oh my god. Shot up with a glorified Goomba stomp at the end there. So now Envy, now the 3 players remaining. They have ultis, but most likely they're going to carry them over into the next round. Not much to actually fight back with, and oh my. Chemicals and genghsta still with 2 back in. Mummay, really the more important player to actually get the save up. He's got to run. Immortals, they're still trying to hound over towards that heaven side. Same thing in spawn. And no, Mummy's just going to stick around here. Still with 1 back. That's some exit potential, but there's jcstani completely over towards the other side. So that's a little bit of early information, but is it exactly optimal? We don't know just yet. Chemicals with a showstopper, not going to be able to catch anything. Instead now FNS with a really good time to ramp push with a massive 2k. Now genghsta goes up on the wall, and we didn't even see the angle, but it doesn't matter. You can just tell that the frag was sick. The quick Empress, Immortals, they emerge, and Food actually right on top gets a nice angle onto jcstani, but that eye's not gonna do anything. Instead now Crashies gonna be able to get 1 back, but still Food there to help. Chemicals with a massive 1, but still gets traded. Still now a 3-on-3 as genghsta actually gets the revival, but nature The timing on that flick is so massive for Immortals. They get the man advantage. He's trying to hold down Heaven. Now FNS gonna be able to get a whole lot of information off the Nero theft. Not only that now, but a counter revival potentially, but Genghsta shuts it down. I didn't even realize it. That's more than clutch from Genghsta, as now he only has to face on FNS, low HP, and he gets it!
They swing jcstani, not taking the peak full on, so Envy
still
but that is a huge paranoia in nature. Big with 2, jcstani with a 3rd, and that was the gamble they took and the price they paid.
Well, they gotta go down ASAP over onto that B site. Still the rotation coming back quick, but no. Spike will be able to go down, no issues. But Mummay, he's been holding on to this Blade Storm for so long. And this is really the round where you could go massive. There you go. Genghsta playing around, getting a little bit cheeky with the beaks, and he gets them back. Now it's a 2-on-3 with FNS here to help. Still in Heaven, no one actually able to peek him out. There's 2 behind that wall, 1 in the back of sight. Mummay, watch out, probably gonna go for an updraft or something of the sort. Still has a dash and everything to work with. He emerges with the right click. It was absolutely needed. FNS tries his hardest as his head is on a swivel, peeking out every angle possible. And now Immortals, with such an explosion in B main and a good hold of the B side post plants, they are now only 1 round away from beating Envy for the first time in this entire tournament.
He's been so good in this pivot position, and it's a Theme Flash that almost opened things up, or apologies, I think it was the Guiding Light instead from Crashies, but still Immortals recuperate. Shana pushing the back line, has got 3, and that could be it for Envy.
It's yet another banger of a round from Shot-Up. It's just consistent frags, isn't it? FNS, he's tried his hardest, multiple rounds in this game where he's had multi-frags, but this one, it's such a tall task. It's almost improbable. It's almost impossible. FNS around the corner going to be able to take down jcstani, and Shut-Up is there. 4 kills for Shut-Up in the round. 13 rounds for Immortals. The once immortal Envy has been taken down by the Immortals.
Backlines from Crashies and Shot-Up straight in their faces. He was key in their victory against Sentinels. But Kaboose with this frenzy. He himself's had a couple of highlight plays, and he's just made another 3 kills for Kaboose, and Immortals sent backing as they try and recuperate with the last 2 alive.
Ooh, okay. It's certainly trying his hardest. Genghsta gets 2 at the very end of things, but could this be yet another one of those games for Kaboose? He starts it off well. They're still maintaining things fairly even throughout the map, but in comes the actual take from Immortals. They're going to be able to get this plant down. Kaboose still on top. Same thing with Shot-Up. Taking one back onto Crashies. Good angle from Food. Still 2 in this back line. How? What? Food with a couple of shots through the wall. He certainly should not be alive, but now FNS, the last person remaining on 1v3 with nothing but a stinger, and he walks out right into the crosshair of jcstani. Players in the back line, quite a bit of util to make their way on. Not a lot of ultis to really help them out, but actually the run it back could help them out on the front lines. Here comes Food, has a little bit of space to work with, but he's gonna have to run it all the way back as Chemicals gets himself 2 massive frags. Now, Envy, 3 players remaining, and Crashies takes one back on site onto jcstani. That's 2 for him thus far. Not only has he equalized the round, but he's taking it forward as now Food gets one back. Chemicals needs to ace to win the round, and oh boy, he could pull it off. A quick smoke towards the left side, and Chemicals actually wants to use, oh boy, the Blade Storm around the corner, but Crashies is there. What a retake from Crashies.
Contacted Immortals. Right and true on this ace side. Shot-Up able to stop Kaboose before he gets away. And down goes Mother to try and contest.
Oh, a smoke within a smoke. Classic. Okay, nothing can stop him at this point. The double right clicks, and if it weren't for that oh my god, if it weren't for that Hunter's Fury, would have been able to really get anything off of that. So, but instead, now Crashies with a 3K at the end. It's pure chaos here, Sully, as Envy was truly up against the ropes.
Moving forward.
And I love it, even in a more dynamic eco, they could still have a little bit of a chance. Mummay dashes right into coverage, but FNS and Food, what a massive flank. jcstani, last person remaining now in a 1v3, and you were about to get a double peek in that back line.
But they lost a big piece of their retake. The ultimate of the lockdown now gone.
No ulti. Hunter's Fury wasn't used to evade the spike plant, so instead now they have to depend on the frags, and indeed they are. Massive swing from crashies, taking down shot up. jcstani in such a pivotal position up top, but mummay covering every sort of option. Defuse isn't exactly going down just yet. Still taking their time. Still waiting for that util to go up, and again, they still have a smoke that hasn't dissipated just yet, but even then, it's gonna be crashies on the front lines again. What is up with crashies in these post plants?
Been able to connect those shots. He's still pivoting around at least the yellow box. This is so difficult here for Immortals with a minute left.
Oh, wait a minute! You gotta hold your tongue, Sully, because nature is here again. 2-on-2 in what seemed like a dead and gone situation. Now with the lockdown, once again, he could surely capitalize on what is these last two NV players wrapped around this site, and that's great coverage. Kaboose is going to be able to watch over towards long, though. Gonna be able to watch out that rotation in. Shot up, still waiting on site. He's the one with the spike. He's the one waiting out for a little bit of space. Kaboose with a spam that could be able to find anything, but instead with a smoke up, still a difficult scenario as he doesn't have any info. This is as even as you can get. Kaboose still has to capitalize on a frag back, but he's gonna try to go for the info play off the teleport. And not only that, but a flank in for food. It's gonna come in at a very pivotal time, but the alarm bot goes off and Shut Up catches him. No way did nature think of that earlier. Now Shut Up gets the kill back, and Immortals, after a massive performance from nature, not only with the frags, but with the util even, Immortals takes at least one back in the half. 2v4 for Immortals. Nature, he pulled a miracle off just the round before, but this one seems almost improbable. Oh my god, no way. No way. I just caster cursed them too. Immortals, they still have a chance now, with nature going off. He does it again! Nature gets himself too! FNS now, 30 HP. Get up to find nature. Ring around the rosy, so much time, he chucked off the clock! This man is Mr. Fourth Quarter himself. I don't care if it's Shanks, I don't care if it's anyone else. Nature, he comes up strong for Immortals. Was out, but Immortals still biding their time. Like I mentioned before, crashies has to be in a perfect spot, and indeed, he's there. Nature now with the plan, still jcstani back with a kill. In comes Shot Up, takes one down into FNS. Still mummay, he could go absolutely massive in this position. And indeed, he gets himself one, but not more than one. Kaboose 1v2, 9 HP. It's looking improbable, like I said before, but no way. Oh, he dies to the turrets!
And this lockdown's pushed them out. They're clearing the back of the fight, and there goes the first. Mummy goes down, and Immortals, they have control, and Nate just got the flank covered. It's a 5v3, and Envy need this one to make it 8.
Oh, jcstani is gonna be able to get 2 free ones right through the smoke, and Immortals now, the site that they were struggling with all this half, they're able to pick it apart one by one. So Immortals now, they have 3 players around this A site as Envy, they start up their take. Huge paranoia that's gonna halt things as Chemicals actually now has time to reload, and jcstani is here to clean up. How on earth did he get 2 headshots out of that? And he's most likely gonna clean up this last one. Of course he is. Only taking their time on the rotate, especially with the spike not being planted yet, and by the time it does, 2 people on site, another person really just looking out for a couple of lurks, could actually be able to flank on, but instead Shot Up, he's gonna group up with his teammates back onto the A site, and now Food actually with a run it back, wants to approach immediately, but wow, nature, a slick headshot immediately. Still shuts down that momentum. Shot Up now with a stinger. No way he gets anything off of this. Crashies able to take down nature, and Food just runs right into Shot Up. Now Shot Up now in a 1v2. These 2 players are just playing out time. He goes right onto ropes. 8 HP now for Shot Up. He needs to run. Indeed he does. Still has to go for the spike.
He might get it. He might get it.
Oh my God, he did it. He actually did.
Opened up at least the A site for Envy.
Right.
He's done it here on B. But they have no spike. That's the problem in FNS. He's
no spike
out in the middle of nowhere, but he can cut off rotation. FNS, can he get 2? He gets 1. He can't find the second. Oh, Chemicals able to back away. He nearly had 2. That would have been a game changer, at least a round changer. Now Boot up top. He's gone down. And FNS, no spike. And he's in a 1v3 now.
Oh.
Clean. And they're going to be swinging into the head of the smoke. Food with a run it back. Oh, he's going big, but he's gone home. They tried, but he got sent all the way back around the banana box. And now with 2 versus 3, at least crashies to salvage something, but Food, 35 HP, has done his job. Mummay up top, and it's just genghsta. They've got nothing here, and may as well genghsta go for the swing. There's nothing you can do, though.
Actually into heaven. This is such a massive lockdown, but they actually have to get the defuse first. In they go, pretty much Olaf style, going right into the volley. Nature with 2, gonna make it 3. No, genghsta gets it instead, but it blows up at the very end.
First time in a while. They seem a little bit shocked. They seem a little bit stagnant, and Food continued to aggress as he takes down jcstani. Envy are right back into this game.
Ooh, okay. Quick flash to the background. But yeah, no, well done by Envy. Especially keeping a round like this clean would still help out with momentum, but more importantly, economy is not going to get too affected going forward. But
top. jcstani not too far, and jcstani wants that early peek. Food on a run it back. How much space can he get? Caboose from nowhere, in Food with a swing. Immortals dismantled once more. Envy pull the plug on them, and now it's just 2.
About to become just 1 now. Oh my. Quick flank is now. Player in mid is down to extremely low HP, and that's going to be Chemicals finally going down. Quick miss, actually, from mummay. Nature in a 1v4. Taking a sweet time, in a sense, trying to see if anyone actually wants to peek out towards him. Still, these last few players in very good post-plant positions in terms of time wasting, and indeed, FNS is going to be there for it. Nature
played this spike plant for so long. They're watching for the mid lurk, and Nature
run.
not going to escape. It's just down to
Chemicals.
2, and they can deny it. He's going for the big kill, and they've got it through the box. Immortals on a shaky buy have tied it up 11-11. Is it completely?
No,
Nature
he's fine.
might be walking into this one. He's got his back turned. He's got 2, 1, 2 free kills, and Immortals. Oh, it's back and forth. The crumbling once more. Dipped into milk like an Oreo. They're broken. Envy. 5 versus 2 here. Caboose looking for a little bit more. 3rd kill is his. What do you even do here for your shot off? He's on the Empress, and there's an alarm bot. He's good for 1. Instant trade back in Envy. Immortals, they're starting to fall apart here in the later stages. It's match point here for Envy now. Finally triggered. Nobody caught off guard, and crashes up everybody to his woes. Mummy with 1. Nature goes down. The spike already in. What can they do? Crashes with 1. Crashies with 2. He might just get 3, and he might have just won the round. Shot up in the clutch. It's down to just 2, and they're both around the box here. How does he pull this one out? He's got 1 leer, no info, and he can't even get the first. Envy take map number 2, 13-11. One huge guiding light to guide them into hookah, but a bouncing shock dart as jcstani springs from the TP. It's a paranoia to get them into hookah. They retake the control, and now they're charging forward, but maybe getting a little bit too eager for it.
Potentially so. It's all just Chemicals now up in hookah, still listening out for any sort of contact, but no noise being made. But instead, oh, that's unfortunate.
No.
Mummay could have been able to rotate back with his team, potentially go through teleporter or something of the sorts, but instead he goes for the interaction on B, and Nature is there for the frag back. So now Immortals with a man advantage going into the rest of this round, and not only that, but there is still util over towards this site.
There's a flank going on.
No flank going on, and not only that, but a wall up from Food. They're finally going to be able to go for it, but the flank is coming in real hot as genghsta takes down Food. That flank hasn't come in just yet, and indeed he does.
Coming from the defender spawn, they've got nothing towards hookah, nothing towards the opposite side, and they're pushing elbow your Envy, so they're looking for an early fight, and they've got it.
Oh, they've absolutely got it. FNS is just spraying everywhere that he can. Just holding down mouse 1, and no, Food. Oh no, oh, that is so unfortunate, dude. Oh, he thought he had actually made a little bit of a buffer for himself, but that's just delaying time. He finally gets the wall down, and genghsta gets the kill in the end. Oh my.
Oh, here. At least take down the trip early on. Now the guiding light trying to at least give them some space, and it does exactly that, but jcstani holds it down with a big 2K, and it's again Chemicals and genghsta on the B site, locking it down.
Paranoid, that's gonna stop all that momentum making their way on side. And not only that, but the person in elbow could be able to actually get himself an early kill, but the wall actually goes up. But instead now Caboose making his way up. genghsta takes it back. Chemicals, same thing. Now it's a 2-on-5. 2 players in the front of sight with a cage up on the side. Food in such an inconspicuous spot, just looking for that first contact from the back main area. Not going to be able to find anything. Instead, now it's going to be Mummy in a 1v5. He goes down to jcstani.
Hunter Siri online, and this is going to be big for the retake. Chemicals drops the boom, but that's if there is even going to be needed one, as jcstani already picks up the first, but Mummay with these knives and FNS with these peaks are making things a little bit scary. As Mummay with another. It's a 2 versus 3, and the Hunter Siri is put to waste.
Okay, Mummay just takes, again, full control of that back spawn. Not only that, but a smoke up that's going to stop the approach even longer now.
Oh, shot up. He's got to run it
go
back
bit by bit, but there you go. Oh, shot up has to take that first interaction against Caboose. Caboose has it. Now it's still a little bit of a crossfire. Gonna be able to make his way on. That is a massive, massive kill from shot up, but not only that, but a massive whiff coming in from Crash. He still gets it second back. Mummay around the corner in a great off angle. Not only that, but the Hound making his way in. Mummay goes down. Genghsta 1v2 makes it into a 1v1, and there you go. Genghsta wins it back for Immortals. And again, no matter what, there's still always a chance. He has it, right? Okay, he does.
Second.
Yes.
Tries to use the run it back out towards long. He's got a lot of info, though. Sees 2 players. The spike will be going down. jcstani, he's actually going to deny here. Nature comes up big with 3.
My.
He is a freak on the site, and jcstani finally comes to the rescue. They don't need anything else. They just need 2 players, 5 kills. And Nature's got 4 of them. 7-0. Immortals denied the spike plant.
Towards the site. Teleport coming back for NB. Chemicals, here we go. Showstopper on 1. Still 1 over towards short. That's a trade back for Crashies. Needs this kill, although he is fully flashed. Couple of bullets back for the classic, and now they're just playing time. That's massive.
Yeah, playing around this box as well in the middle of sight. There's nothing you can really do for Chemicals. Back turned, Caboose with the easy kill, and Envy finally around on the board, telling a fake over towards the A side, but no rotation being drawn yet by Immortals.
Okay. Still over towards the side of Immortals, like you mentioned. A whole lot of attention on the A side, but with only 2 players here. And 1 over in mid. Envy, they just barrel their way through for a second round win. And station on A is fully underway. There's a person over towards short that could be able to make that flank really quickly. Same thing with the player on A. Finally, Genghsta takes down Crashies, but even then, Nature with a massive opportunity in terms of information. jcstani in bathroom. Nature catches Caboose completely off guard. And Nature, he comes up clutch again. jcstani, I was developing him the entire time, but it was Nature to come out big again. 8-2 scoreline for Immortals. It's going to be boosted up to 9-2. Kills at the very end there, but Caboose was there, but there you go. Food takes down jcstani. The revive could come out at literally any point. Mummay now on the front lines with the Blade Storm, and Envy. They have more than enough control, but look who it is once again. It's Nature on the front lines, and he's actually countered up with someone. Mummay gets the information and still the kill onto shot up. That is an amazing play from Mummay, as he's actually looking over towards the backside of A and then goes back into U-Haul, still gets the kill. That is amazing. Chemical is now last person remaining in a 1v5. No way he does actually go for this, right? I mean, he has to,
yeah,
but
last round, so.
I know it's last round, but I mean, Chemical's almost no chance at this point. I mean, hey, if you look at it on the bright side, 2 kills here out of the 4 could lead him into the showstopper, which would be kind of cool to see, but he would have to go lightning quick. The half is going to end, folks. 9-3 going over towards the side of Immortals. Envy finally heating up a bit at the end there.
And the guiding light to delay. How long can he hold these players back? There's a big emphasis of utility in this fight. And there comes Food. Wall up in hookah, so he only got to focus in one direction. And Caboose looking for another onto Nature. It's Envy. Lights out in this one. And it's Genghsta left in a clutch.
I have the spike.
Genghsta 1v3. Full control of sight. 2 players from MV. About to be 3 over towards that hookah area. Again, such a tall task for the man. He has almost nothing to work with. He would have needed a kill off of that first contact to really make things happen. But in the end, Envy has the info.
Flash, that gives them all the info. They know this is going to be an A play, but they're sticking around just in case. FNS up close. Great paranoia. He comes in big, at least on the side of Caboose, and Mummay trying to hold it down. It's Genghsta with another, and Mummy's got to back away. Immortals have spun this back, and they are pressuring Mummay to his death.
With Mummay going down and Envy now down to 2 players, this retake. Oh man, it becomes so tough, so laborious, but watch out. Food could definitely be the X factor here. making his way through bathroom, but essentially this peek from heaven has to come out at almost literally the same exact time that Food goes out. They have to split the attention. They have to make their way on. Nobody peeks him out. The flash from crashies, and there you go. Like I said, Food at the perfect time, able to get himself two. Now jcstani 1v2. Paranoia at a great time, doesn't get Food, and Food gets it. How on earth does Envy do it? We just saw it in the last round. I mean, we have to anticipate that they got something cooking up. And it's mostly over towards at least the back main area. That's big for Chemicals. Mummay just running away. That Hunter's Fury chasing him in the skies. Not only that, but FNS almost gets tagged. Still around the corner. It's going to be the peek out from FNS, and Nature can't clutch it out. Still a 2-on-2. Both players low on HP. This seems more than certain as a win for Immortals. But these players, they pulled off magic before that flash. Ain't exactly gonna catch one, but the double flash, actually, that's less than expected. And I thought Shot Up actually got that kill. The 1-2 combo, but Genghsta gets it back. You see the word on your screen, folks. It's thrifty.
They know where Caboose is. They're gonna try and gun him down, and Caboose, he's able to get away, and even with a kill, Cheeky and Mummy's here to save him if need be. Envy fight for control, and they've actually ended up winning it. With that finesse going down, the Immortals can definitely spring in onto the site.
Oh, absolutely. jcstani with a big kill. Immortals, same thing. Now they go back on Shut Up, depending on him for the bathroom's opening. But watch out for the Seekers. Watch out for the retake over towards short. Genghsta has the hold, and he's gonna make it a second. There you go. It's as easy as you can get.
A statement and a half. Now can Envy hold them back? Already the first kill. There's the trade. Oh, Mummay runs out of bullets, and he could have had two. Envy now down a man, but there is one player, FNS. He's been so good in controlling showers, but now he's got to choose the perfect moment to speak. They have a revive as well for Food. But Immortals, these post plants are big. That's a huge neural theft now as well.
Oh, absolutely. Genghsta. He can go out on the peak. That position was absolutely needed for the first contact, but even then, Crashies now 1v3. jcstani already has a 3K, but Crashies now needs to go nuts.
Kind of slowing things down here. Immortals have to try to adjust. Nature with the kill. Is he ready for the second drop? He's got the round.
Nature with a 2K already early on, and he was on the lurk.
Yeah.
That's the lurker getting the 2K, and that's A site being opened wide open. Still Crashies making his way back. Not only that, but with the Seekers that, again, recharged essentially in just about 2 rounds, but Nature doesn't care. 3K from Nature, still looking over towards the back, the bathroom area, because man, oh man, Envy,
Nature.
They have 2 players completely disconnected. Nature gets himself a 4th. Food now the last one remaining in a 1v5. Food, I mean, just gotta take it pick by pick. Immortals, well done here on Bind. They're gonna take it over Envy 13-6, and with this 2-1 scoreline, they're looking to sweep up this grand finals with just one more map coming up.
One person, Mummy underneath, and Crashies in the heavens. Where is this thing gonna go? Players full blinded by the breach flashpoint, and those are huge, huge kills.
Oh
As
my.
Food comes in big, he's got 2, and it's Genghsta on low HP, and Food cleans it up. First round on the board, at least for the side of Envy. Flash that gets that one going, in Immortals, they're gonna have to work with the lesser gun. Early fault line, and Mummy's got control, but a paranoia back allows Chemicals back into the fight.
In goes the actual take, though. There's 2 players on site. This is at least a stellar, in theory, a stellar take for the boys of Envy, but Mummay is here for the insurance, but with full stairs control and nobody watching the outside courtyard area, Envy, they're left absolutely exposed. Now it's a 2-on-3. The boys of Envy, and they still want to take it relatively slow. They still used a whole lot of util early on in the round, but I still think that they have the 2 fresh smokes that could still definitely help them out on the take, and the paranoia is here to help. One in the backside, oh, fully blind, but there you go. Chemicals and jcstani looking outside the smoke. The players walk on through. That's going to be Immortals winning back on the force buy.
Teetered back to a 3v3. Advantage gone, and it's placed back for Immortals.
Nature, he's just gonna set in the smoke. Very cheeky, but it's still 2-on-2. Nature absolutely needs to pop here, but nothing's gonna happen for him. Genghsta now 1v2, has nothing but an Aries. That spike, it's still getting diffused. They're just going in. Oh, wow! So clean! coming from Genghsta through the smoke, can't get anything. Mummay sticks it, and Genghsta almost with the 1v2 that really I didn't expect at all.
Gets pointed the wrong way, Ghost. If they're gonna try it, they're gonna get it completely wrong.
Oh, completely wrong indeed, and they still have the Sova for the recon bolt just to get that information through the smoke. And not only that, but Nano Swarm gets popped too. Smoke up in the back line. Food, he has to force out the situation, trying to make his way through. The fault line's not gonna hit anyone. None of this breach util is hitting, and now it's just down to a singular person. It's Mummay in the back lines. That's incredibly well played by Immortals.
We're gonna be looking to at least capitalize on these 3 kills, and Chemicals already off the bat is gonna take the head off of Mummy.
And Sean up still looking for another one in CAD crashies. A couple of jump peeks. We see it all the time, but it never gets too old, right? It's so goofy to see a player just strafing around the corner like that. It's a full coverage, but Chemicals, man. There you go. 4 kill. 4K thus far for Chemicals, and essentially it's just a 1-2-3 combo. Just clearing at every angle and can. Again, as goofy as this round has been, Immortals, they're still looking very, very strong. With Nature getting the last kill in the end of things, still nothing of the sort's gonna happen. Envy, the last time that they tried to play out 2 on site, didn't exactly work out in their favor. But this is classic for FNS, just playing around the cage over and short, just waiting for players to get spotted out. But nothing's gonna happen from it. So instead, Food in the backlines with the Rolling Thunder, gonna be able to discombobulate a whole lot of players, and that's gonna allow Crashies to make his way back on. Same thing with Food for a frag back. The 3v2 for Immortals gets completely broken apart by the point blank Rolling Thunder. The arch area of mid. But Immortals, they're trying to make this take. They don't even have spike back. They could double back. That's a massive paranoia. But even then, Nature comes back with a shot from the Stinger. That alarm bot goes right in front of Crashies. He doesn't even want to trigger it or even take it out. Instead, he goes back. FNS still on side with a massive 2K. That recon dart is going to take out at least Chemicals in terms of information. But he's not done fragging. Able to get himself one more up in heaven. He's just distracting everyone as he makes his rotation back. The spike well on its way to B.
Trying to catch Chemicals with a flank, but Chemicals is flanking the other way around. There's the peek, and there's the kill. Chemicals takes down the op. He won't even pick it up, I don't think.
He's been his own stellar individual fragger, but oh my god, paranoia is so massive. But jcstani, he was more than ready for it, ready for anyone to peek from that smoke, and just at the range that he was at, they've been able to fight it back with really their own op. It's almost expected, but what a lineup from the paranoia. Oh my. Shot up's gonna be able to get one back easy peasy. Still Crashies in this position looking for a trade back. And how does Shot up even win that one out? FNS with a massive task with 3 players in front of him. He's only able to get one. Chemicals. There you go. Easy frag onto Food. Not only that, but he had the Blade Storm ready for that round. He was ready for Envy to essentially have at least some answers for the Immortals team, but they waltzed their way onto that A site.
They've got ults. Whole lot of them. 4 charged up. This Hunter streak can be big. Early dash, and they're looking for info, but Mummay shut down as soon as he touches the ground. What can you do here if you're Envy? You're being killed left, right, and center, and it's just one. FNS 1v5 clutch to close out the half, but Immortals, they have the free sight, and FNS with just a Spectre.
And that's it. Flawless round to finish off the half, but they're not approaching. Good patience. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. FNS goes for the wide swing. Chemicals is on the crossfire. He wasn't initially, but oh man, Genghsta needed that one onto Food. Great flash, but jcstani in such an inconspicuous location. Food's not going to be able to pick him out, but instead, the rest of Envy over towards the B side. There is only a singular man here, but his name is Nature, and he knows how to handle these scenarios. A couple of players making their way on. Even then, the Owl Drone takes him up. Shot up gets one back, and there you go. The Shot Up Nature connection works out. And Immortals, they win out the all-important pistol round.
On to match series championship points, and they are getting aggressive. Look at this from Chemicals. Recon bolt reveals, but 2 kills swing the way back. Simultaneously, Envy might have stayed alive, and they might have staved off 11 as Immortals pop off in a crucial round. It's Envy who take it back, though.
Man, that's a good word for it. They essentially popped out of nowhere. Why would they even approach that A main area?
JC.
There was almost no need for it, but what on earth is going on? Again, it has to be a little bit of a curse, right? jcstani almost certainly has a chance to get this last one, but now FNS down to 29 HP, going to be able to approach over towards the A side. You still have Nature on Cat with not a lot of util, and not only that, but his ulti is nowhere near finished. One on Cat about to go on the flank, but Nature is actually ready for it. Still has to look back. Nature tried to manage the 1v2, but he ends up getting flanked, and just like that, Envy, they have a 5th off of Immortals in their bonus. The alarm bot getting shut away. Nature is essentially on his lonesome again, but there you go. Lockdown is about to go online too if he really wants to hold it back.
Nature.
But he seriously needs some help. No, he doesn't need help at all. He's all solo. 3K from Nature. No, FNS in a 1v4. Gonna be able to get himself two. Still the rotation coming in fairly quickly. Spike is still down in short. jcstani in B main. And Immortals, they have themselves 11 to go now. One in courtyard. The Killjoy ulti going in. FNS is gonna be able to. No! What on earth was that from Genghsta? The lockdown will hit.
They're gonna get caught.
And not only that, but Nature actually takes one down with a turret, and crashies has no chance. Genghsta, what on earth was that? 12-5.
A possible OT, and even furthermore, then they've got to send us to a 5th. Genghsta early on. jcstani using everything they've got at their disposal, and they might keep us going. Immortals. They almost kept us going, Envy, but they shut it down. It's so quick. And now Immortals, 2 kills away. Or look at this theory. It's 1 kill. Can he get a second? They're not done yet, but it's just down to crashies.
Here we go, crashies, still holding things down, 30 HP. Nature gets the last kill, and Immortals upset on top of upset on top of upsets. Immortals, they are your Valorant Challengers Open #1 champions.